Today I'm going to show you how to make a really good authentic New York style cheesecake. It's actually not hard at all to do. It's very easy. The hardest thing is to do the crust, and I'll show you how to do that in just a sec. One thing you will need is this is a cheesecake pan. It's not a springform. You can use a springform if that's all you have, but if you can find a cheesecake pan, I suggest it for this because what's going to happen is this cheesecake is going to rise up quite a bit, and most of the springform pans that I've seen have much smaller sides. Plus, this just gets it out of there easy, and I like it. And this is an 8-inch, so if you can't find an 8-inch cheesecake pan, just use a 8-inch springform. I just lived near a kitchen store in New York, and they had this, and I'm like, oh man, I really want one of those, so I bought it. So first thing, I'll show the ingredients, or I'll put the ingredients list up on the video or in the description, so I'm not going to really go through that right now. So what I got here is 3/4 cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then what I'm going to do to this is cut in the butter. Actually, first I'm going to put the 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice, and use fresh squeezed lemon juice. You don't want to use that stuff out of the little plastic lemon container, because you really want the taste of the real fresh lemon. So you only want a 1/2 teaspoon. So just kind of dribble it into there. And then you want 6 tablespoons of butter. It's chilled butter. This is going to be a rich crust. That's unsalted butter too, by the way. The thing that really distinguishes this cheesecake is the fact that it doesn't use a graham cracker crust. It uses a flour crust. It's almost like a cookie, like a vanilla sugar cookie. So we've got that. We've got our butter. Okay, so we're gonna cut the butter. And this is another handy gadget. This makes this a lot easier. If you don't have one of these, you can use a couple of butter knives and cut them kind of like a scissor type of a thing. But get a pastry cutter. These things, if you're going to do much baking, this type of stuff, pastry cutters are a real handy thing. And make sure you get one that doesn't have. I had one before that had like a wooden handle that spun around, and it really made it difficult. This one has a metal handle and it doesn't spin. It's really solid. But you can cut through. You can cut this butter in real easily into the flour sugar mixture. Okay, the butter's cut in, and if you get this, or you get and you will, the butter and the flour mixture will cake in there. Just take a knife, just kind of scrape it down like that. So this is basically what you're looking for. Butter is nicely cut into there, kind of like if you've ever made biscuits. It's kind of like what you're looking for. So now to this, we're going to add 1 slightly beaten egg yolk. And 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're going to finish cutting all this, mixing this up really good. Get the egg and the vanilla incorporated really well. Now I've got the oven preheating to 400 degrees. And then what you want to do, take the bottom of your cheesecake pan or your springform pan. Got a little bit of lemon juice all over the place here. And then you want to take about a third of this mixture and place it on your bottom like that. Now mash it down and spread it out, because this is going to be the bottom of your cheesecake. And you don't have to go all the way to the edge. Actually, I would suggest not going all the way to the edge, because I'll show you in a few minutes why you don't want to do that. Like I said, you don't have to go all the way to the edge, because the sides of the pan are going to have crust, and then it's going to come up. So you'll see that in a little bit. So now you want to take this and then cook that in the 400 degree oven for about 7 minutes until it's golden brown. So let me get that in the oven, and then I'll show you how that looks when it's done. Okay, took about 8 or 9 minutes, but that's what you want. You want a nice golden brown crust. And I've let it cool down. So let's do the rest of the crust. Place the crust, the bottom in the pan. And then take a little bit of mixture and start pressing it around the pan down to the bottom. And you want to go up about 1.5 inches up the side of the pan. Okay, the hard part's over. And to tell you the truth, it's not really hard. It's just more work involved with getting the crust. It's not hard. So that's what you're looking for. Go up about 1.5 inches up the side. It smells really good. Love that. Okay. On to the filling. I've mixed together 3 8-ounce packages of cream cheese that have been softened, and I've added the half of a teaspoon of lemon juice and 1/4 teaspoon of the vanilla. So now what I'm going to do, and I've already gone ahead and mixed those, combining them really good. So now what I've got here is a cup of sugar and 2 tablespoons of flour, along with 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So with the flour and the salt with the sugar mixture, this is going to make more of a cake-like texture, and that's what I really like about this New York style cheesecake, is that it is a cakey type of a texture. It's not just a complete custard. So we're gonna start adding our flour and sugar mixture. Now what I've got is 2 eggs and 1 egg yolk. So we're going to add those. Scrape that down a little bit. Okay, now to this we're going to add a 1/4 cup of milk. You don't want to whip it, you just want to blend it in really good, get all the lumps out. Okay, here we go. Nice and smooth. Let's pour the batter into the cake pan with the crust. And this is going to bake in a 450-degree oven for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to lower the temperature. Get it off. Just going to let that settle a little bit, get some of the bubbles out of it. This is going to go in a 450-degree oven for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to reduce the heat down to 300 and then bake for 50 to 55 minutes until the center appears to be set, and then you can put like a toothpick or a knife, will come out clean. Sorry about the noise in the background, got to run the dishwasher. But that's what you're looking for. I use wooden skewers to test it, and it looks good. Doesn't have an awful lot of cracks, but that's okay. That's generally why they put a topping on cheesecake, because it doesn't look. Most people don't think it looks that good with the cracks, but I don't care. I'm a purist. I'm a cheesecake purist. I like it just like this. So I'm gonna let that cool down, and then I'm gonna take it out of the cheesecake pan, and then let it cool further, and then chill it for a few hours. But that's what you're looking for, and it smells wonderful. Okay, the cheesecake's cooled down. It's been in the refrigerator for a while. Look at that. Nice and cakey. Nice and creamy. Perfect New York style cheesecake. Let's give her a taste. Look at that. Just what a cheesecake should be. Not too lemony. Nice and creamy. Excellent texture. Good stuff. Definitely a thumbs up.